Yo, this is Top Flight. We are back on our Ren journey. Right now, we're about to check out Depression.
Let's get it. The official lyric video. Is this back from his old first?
Yeah, I think so.
This
I
is-
like the ones that have like just the one title names. I like how they're just like how he did that to just title them with the name and then just kind of like leave it at that, like this is what this is called, and then just go from there. Because that last one was Insomnia, so that had like a very similar, like it was just like just the name and then it was Insomnia.
Yeah, that's crazy. Let's get it.
Yeah, that's a dope idea right there. To just like have like direct names and just run it from there.
Straight to the point.
Depression.
My thought patterns are composed by a time bomb for an author, like pigs to the slaughter. A symphony of self-doubt sings out, breath starts getting shorter, running water. It's the state that I wish to become. Instead, concrete envelops my movement and I'm rendered deaf and dumb, unable to heed the advice of others. Don't tell me things will get better, cause so far things haven't gotten better. I've got the sweater, poster child, bipolar, ADHD, therapist, wet dream. I don't wanna talk about my father, I don't wanna talk about my dead friend, I don't wanna talk about myself. I'm sick of talking about myself, I'm sick of talking about myself and realizing that talking about myself never ever helps. Still, I call for help, cause I really want help. But the pills didn't seem to help, and the therapist didn't seem to help. But still, I want help. I've danced with the devil in hell, I've sat in a prisonless cell, and here I always dwell, in this prison in myself. I do this thing where my mind travels back to the golden age. You know those times where you were carefree and everything was golden? The golden age. You know those times where everything was golden, where you were carefree and everything was golden? The hardest thing I ever had to do was come to terms with the fact that that time never really existed. I've always felt so fucking detached and broken, bruised and mismatched. Find it hard to relax, living under the cracks. Tried to fill in the gaps, lying here on my back. Still, I can't find it. Sense of peace in my mind declined it. Pulse increase and my sweat combines with a feeling so deep I fall inside it. Depression, I hate you, depression. Your constant oppression, respond with aggression. They say depression brings you lessons. Constant stressing conceals blessings. You will grow in broken settings. Fuck those lessons, fuck depression. I've been living in your shadow for so long that I forgot how I can shine, how I can find a refuge in my mind. How am I meant to sit here and unwind? The planets align, I feel like I'm cursed. Feel like I'm cursed to just be here to hurt. Feel like I'm cursed to just be here to bleed. But my demons been feeling this way since birth. Depression, I hate you. 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 Depression, I hate you.
I wonder if that was some real tears, a real cry for help, you know?
Yeah.
Back then.
That's crazy because if you some people they don't want the specific help that, like, they don't want therapist help.
Yeah.
They want a different form of help, which is like possibly just sometimes it's just how someone could be loved or how someone could be like
seen,
heard, yeah.
It could be, yeah. Sometimes we put up blocks and don't receive it. Sometimes it's absent, you know?
Yeah.
But he did say something kind of deep. He was like, I want all these things. I want to go back to the golden age, but it's never even been there. And
that's the truth.
You wonder, is there like, has it ever been a time? Because I think there's times in everyone's life, even when their life is hell, that there's a moment where it's better like your worst is your worst, but your best is your best, and your best could be not that good, but it's still your best you've seen. You know what I mean? So I wonder if it's like, there's still that emotional, like you don't know what good is until you have it, but even you think bad could be good if worse is. Does that make sense? Like I'm trying to. That's kind of like
I remember Jay-Z said in some song. He said, "I think it's may the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows."
Best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. Yeah, I mean it's.
So then it's kind of like we never really. I think we find good times in a lot of stuff, and then it actually could have been a bad time, and then we look back and say, "Oh, that was a good time," because our mind subconsciously takes away the trauma in some ways.
It's like I had this homie who was telling me he lived in Afghanistan, and he was breaking down like how war-torn the country was and how it was like, killings all the time, all this terrible stuff. But he found peace when they would be on the top of the buildings taking kites with somebody else on the other side, and you try to cut the strings, and it was a game. But it's like you can only play the games from different buildings because you can't go on the streets, you get killed. And it was just like this interesting thing, and it's almost like sounds terrible, but that one moment was his
for
best
him.
in that moment. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's crazy.
It's crazy to think of. Remember I told you that one time, because I don't do no drugs or nothing like that. And that one time, one time in my life, I tried one of those CBD gummies, and I didn't know how many to eat, so I ended up eating a bunch of them and didn't think it was doing anything. And then I got hit, and it like opened up the spots to my brain that were like all the, I guess you got to say all the trauma and messed up stuff I did and everything like that. And it was like, that was one of the times I went depressed for probably like weeks because it reminded me of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't even think of these things and like bask in them, but because my brain opened up and I went into them, it's something like I almost have compartmentalized a lot of those situations, and I don't never think about them. But then when I did it, it like opened it up.
Weed for me, the same thing is like, that's kind of why I quit, is there were some times when I had moments I was paranoid. Like even if I wasn't doing something that bad or something that bad happened to me, I would obsess on these things that seemed like major. You know what I mean? Like it was like, oh wow, like you just start getting paranoid, you start getting questioning everything. And then when you're sober again, if you forget about it, it's just like you bury it again. Could be serious, could not be serious, but when you're on drugs, it's like everything's so intense. And I think he brings it up sometimes, like he's done these, like, he's obviously, when he was sick, he had the medical drugs, which fucked you, messed you up, you said at one point, but it's also like the outside world drugs can get you too,
Yeah.
Especially
and that's the crazy thing. It does lead to depression in tons of different ways, especially, well, the medical drugs are pretty much similar things, you know what I'm saying? So it's like
they're the same things, they're just, it's like
different dosages and stuff
opioids
like that.
Is heroin and Adderall's meth. It's just, they're just more controlled doses where you have less. Yeah, Ren, it's crazy. Ren to make you think.
It will. Like, comment, subscribe.
Let's go.